Hello and welcome to the Norwood Varsity Girls Lacrosse game against the Dover Sherborne Warriors. No, they're not the Warriors, they are the Raiders. My apologies. I am Sophie Brigadier here with Isla Wilson, and we have a very special game tonight. We are doing both the game for NCM. I will be doing color commentary. I will be on play-by-play.
Yes, very excited.
This is doubling as a special episode for our podcast, Her Game, Her Voice, which you can find Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on NCM School and Sports Channel, as well as on our YouTube channel, Her Game, Her Voice. Speaking of, we just had a goal from Dover Sherborne. They're already up 2-1. We did have some technical difficulties.
Yes, so starting a little late, but 6:42 left in the first quarter, and Dover is up 2-1.
So both teams have been successful in this season, Dover Sherborne especially.
100% coming in at 8-2.
Yeah, one of the top teams in the league. They only have 2 losses on the season, as you just said, to Medfield and Foxborough. And this is a crazy statistic. They have 163
goals.
165 now.
165 now for adding
the math on, but so far in the season, and they have played 10 games.
10 games. It's insane.
That's over 16 goals a game, and this is still in the first quarter. So we have Allie Mannering in net for the Mustangs, and Allie actually had her appendix taken out a few weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
And so she is returning pretty recently from that. She had to take a few weeks off, obviously, to let it heal, but
she's coming off a very strong game, though. 14 saves in the last, and as well as 7 successful clears, so she seems to kind of be getting back into the swing of things.
For sure, and we want to mention that tonight is a special Morgan's Message game, and so for those who don't know, either watching from NCM or on our podcast, Morgan's Message is an organization that advocates for the mental health of athletes, and there's a third goal from Dover Sherborne as I'm speaking. But yes, Morgan's Message is an incredible foundation trying to erase the stigma around mental health for athletes. And Morgan, I am blanking on her last name right now, but she was a lacrosse player. She played at Duke. And unfortunately, after a career-ending injury, she ended up taking her own life because of mental issues, and she really just had no one to talk to about them. So her family started this organization that is just raising awareness about mental health for athletes. And so this school year, a club was started at Norwood High School for Morgan's Message, and they're doing what the organization is intended, and tonight is the Morgan's Message game for lacrosse. Very sunny. It's a little hard for us
I'm
to
trying to
see
see here. Norwood is controlling the ball, however, on the outside. I'm pretty sure that is Allie O'Neill kind of controlling it. She's going to go inside. Wants to take a shot, but again, Dover very strong. Takes the shot. Dover able to recover.
Yeah, Allie definitely didn't have that on the first try there, but she did a great job of following
100%.
her shot up and scooping that ground ball.
Dover
got taken from her, but
Dover kind of took the middle there from her.
Yeah, she had nowhere to pass, nowhere to go, so she just was strong with it and took it all herself. And Allie's by far one of Norwood's stronger players. I mean, she just is incredible on offense, and she's so strong. She's very fast. Great control of the ball.
Dover looking really strong here on the outside. Number 17 is going to kind of cradle, give it to 9 in the middle. Great save by Allie there, though.
And it's very interesting that Allie plays goalie in lacrosse because she's not a goalie in either of her 2 other sports.
No, she is not.
She plays hockey and field hockey as well, and plays in the field and field hockey,
yep.
And she's not in net for hockey
For hockey,
either.
no. She plays offense. They're going to take it over the middle here. Going to run it in while Norwood's coming back. It's going to be another goal there for Dover to make it 4-1 with 3:42 left in the first quarter.
And Norwood's captains are 3 seniors. They have Casey Collins, Kate Donovan, and Regan Pritchard, who are actually the only seniors on this team.
Yes, which is actually honestly strange, I feel like. Although Dover doesn't seem to have too many seniors here either. Looks like they have 4, so not too many seniors graduating from either side. Although Norwood will definitely miss their seniors next year. I know that they've been very big for the program here.
Yeah, for sure. They're very vocal leaders. They bring a lot of energy to this team.
Trying to see who's on the face-off here. The ref is in my way. Looks like Dover's going to get it there. Number 15's going to run it in. She has a lot of space. Norwood not really defending her. Then she's going to take a shot and she scores. It's now 5-1 Dover.
Yeah,
Norwood didn't really seem to attack there.
No, Norwood I think was just a little set back from the draw. They weren't really sure what was going on, and then Dover's so quick. They have such good ball control that they're just able to weave right through and get a nice shot.
Looks like number 7, Mackenzie Conley, will take the face-off here for Norwood.
The win.
Pretty windy one out there.
Yeah, we have one of the windows open for the camera, so you can definitely hear that rattling through into the press box.
Dover's going to take it around the outside again. Having control, Norwood not doing too much pressuring. Dover able to move the ball well. Still around the outside, not really looking to go towards the middle quite yet. Number 19 with speed. Great shot, but a great save by Allie Mannering, but it goes in.
Yeah, it really looked like Allie had that in her stick at first.
I think she did.
She lost it, and then I think she picked it up again, but dropped it for a second time. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It was very confusing.
Not quite sure she hit it in on her own.
She definitely
she knows what
happened.
happened.
It went in, and she had the expression. We could tell from her body language that it went in, but a little hard to see for us.
It'll be interesting to see if Norwood can maybe bounce back here with 2:46 left to go in the first quarter. I mean, they still have plenty of time. So, I'm interested to see what Norwood can do.
Yeah, and we missed Norwood's first goal. We're actually not sure who scored it.
But, I mean, Dover just seeming to be quite dominant in this first quarter.
Very dominant. They're content, strong passes. They're fine working it around the perimeter until they have a really good chance.
Seems like there's going to be a violation on Dover here. Or is it Norwood?
Norwood, I think that was a shooting space call.
Okay.
At least I couldn't tell from the ref's hand signal, but it looked that to me that she was very up and close with her when she was trying to take a shot.
That's another goal for Dover to make it 7-1. Mustangs not really have been able to have much of an offense from what we've seen. Obviously, they had that first goal, but Dover seemed to be pretty dominant. I mean, coming into this game, they are likely the dominant side. But, I mean, Norwood 4-5, kind of looking to make it 500 here. Just trying to see if they can pick it up. Conley here again with the face-off.
I mean, Norwood last year also had some very strong seniors.
100%.
They had Bridget Sopel on defense, who was
phenomenal.
She ran the defense. She was very strong herself as a defender, and I think they're definitely lacking in that presence this year. They do have her younger sister, Maddie Sopel, back there, who is also strong, but still a junior. She has another year before she really has to step into that leadership position in the same way.
They're going to do the face-off again here, so Conley still on the face-off. Dover takes control again. They've been really dominant on those face-offs here, and it's kind of killing Norwood. Number 6 going to give it. Number 24 is going to carry it behind the net. Going to try to wrap around. Takes her space. A good defense there by Norwood. And it looks like Isla Mannering's not going to win that race. So she's going to have to hurry back into net as Dover gets set up again. 19's going to give it to 17. Spalding's going to take it around the outside. A good shot there, but a great save by Isla Mannering. Norwood's going to attempt to try to get it out. Norwood's going to carry it up. Dover kind of giving them space.
This is the first real possession we've seen Norwood have.
I was going to say, great run here by number 18, Emily Morgan. Trying to get some offense going for the Mustangs, as there's under 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
And Emily Morgan is not only a freshman, but she coincidentally has the same name as the club, but she is the real driving force between starting the Morgan's Message Club here at Norwood High School.
Allie O'Neill only has 5 seconds here, trying to get a shot off. Dover doing a good job. She's going to carry it. Shoots! And I think that's going to count.
I think so. It looks to me like
looks
she got
like it was in before.
Time. Great way to end the quarter.
Great way to end the quarter. Definitely needed for the Mustangs, and it is 7-2 at the end of the first quarter.
So since this is a double of a broadcast and a podcast episode for us, we need to talk a little bit about how we had the experience of going to the Boston Legacy game
100%.
yesterday. We, for the first time in our careers, were able to get media credentials at a professional sports game, which was incredible for us as high school students to have that experience. And we were able to be in the press box for the whole game. We got to be on the field before the game. We went to the press conference after the game.
Post-game conference. That was awesome.
Which was an incredible experience for us to learn from people who are actually in the industry. And we were able to ask a question.
Yeah, we were able to ask questions, which is just crazy to think about. And we also got to listen to the coach speak, so that was really, really cool.
Yes, it was an incredible experience. Also, off their first win, the emotions were high. They were very excited.
100%.
A new club, which is incredible for women's sports and for Boston as a whole, just to have that other team here.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Fan base. And there were the second most number of fans at a Boston Legacy game there yesterday.
I think it was about, 12,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the exact number, but in the 12,000.
It was in the 12,000s, which is huge for them.
Yes, so that was an incredible experience, and we can check out our Instagram. It is at Her Game, Her Voice. You can see a little day in the life that we made with some timestamps of the game and our experience. And in this episode, we will embed the questions that we asked in the press conference, so you can see our own experiences. And I actually asked a question that stirred up a little bit of emotion.
You did.
Because I was like, everyone is asking about the win, which is amazing. They should be asked about their first win. But as a team, they foul a lot, and they have the most fouls of any team.
They do.
In the NWSL. And so I decided to ask St. George, she scored the winning goal for the team, about their fouling. And she was, definitely a little bit...
Definitely not, I wouldn't say not pleased, but wasn't so positive about the question as she had been about others, which I appreciated, though. I liked that.
Yeah, it made her think a little bit more and really just got into the true personality of her and the team and how their style of play is.
Alright, we're going to get back into the swing of things as the second quarter is going to start. Number 2, Ella Petrillo, is in the face-off for the Mustangs.
Another freshman, and there are...
Another freshman. It's great to see the underclassmen getting some action, getting playing time. You kind of want to develop those young players.
Yeah, and there are 6 freshmen on this varsity roster for Norwood.
Norwood's going to battle for control here. However, Dover's going to get it. Number 19 is going to give it over to number 10, Rory Hartnett. Dover's kind of going to slow things down, kind of set it up behind the net here. Dover going to attack in the middle, but great defense there by Norwood. Allie Manor is going to secure the ball. Going to look for an open pass. Not too many Norwood players open. She's going to take her time, not much pressure on her. Kind of looks like she's actually calling for some Norwood players to help her out here. Allie Manor is going to kind of throw it up in the air. But number 19 for Dover's going to intercept, is on the outside here with speed. Kind of looks to the middle, but takes it on the outside again. Dover able to set it up again, going to try to come around the net here, but unable to get a shot.
That was kind of an unfortunate sequence for Norwood right there. No one went back to help Allie and get open, and she really just had to throw up a 50-50 ball.
100%. Motley's going to have it here for Dover. It's going to go to number 19, Williams here. Williams is going to try to take it to the middle. Going to go on the outside again. Rips off a shot, but a good save by Allie Mannering. That's going to be a violation on Dover. Yeah, it's going to be Norwood's ball. Emily Morgan's going to carry it in for Norwood. Loses the ball there. And Norwood's going to have possession again. Great move by Allie O'Neill, excuse me. Carrying it into the middle. Going to give it to Petrello on the right side there. Norwood kind of setting up some offense here. Haven't really been able to see that. Morgan on the outside. He's going to give it to Penza. Penza's going to carry it around the middle. Going to try to take it wide. Tries to cut to the middle, but some great defense there by Dover. She gets a shot off, but Norwood's going to win the race there, and it'll be their ball again. Petrello behind the net. Norwood kind of commanding the ball here. Trying to get it to the middle, but again, Dover doing a great job keeping them out. Petrello with speed on the outside here is going to give it back to Penza. Bit of a high pass there, but Penza able to get it.
Norwood's doing a great job waiting for an opportunity to take the shot. They don't want to waste it on a bad chance.
That's going to be a mispass by Norwood, and that's going to be Dover's ball. But definitely important was for Norwood there, getting some offensive time. Definitely has to be building some momentum, trying to get some positive spirits on the bench over there. As we have 8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Dolly kind of gives a hard pass there for number 10 Hartnett, but she's able to corral it. She's going to be running down on the right side here. It's going to give it to number 6, Luskow. Dover with speed here, wraps around the net. Unable to get the shot off, however. Dover setting up again, kind of slowing things down, taking their space when they can. Norwood doing a good job here, though, kind of keeping Dover out of the middle. Motley is going to give it to Hartnett. Williams on the outside, carrying the ball with space. Good couple of moves there, not really able to get the shot off, though. It's going to look to Sachs. Sachs going to cut to the middle, and a shot! And that is a goal! 8-2 Dover.
And it's really that patience that I'm going to keep talking about that's Dover's advantage right now. They're taking their time. They're waiting for their opportunities. They're making Norwood come to them. And they're not going to Norwood. And then they have that gap and they're taking it all the way to the net.
100%. Definitely not rushing anything. Kind of seeing if there's any openings and then using their speed to get around Norwood. Trell's going to take the face off here for Norwood. Petrello not able to win the face-off, and Dover is going to come back again with speed here. Going to cut to the middle. Going to get a shot off, and another goal for Dover to make it 9-2 with 6:52 remaining in the second quarter. I mean, I think that one of the things that has been killing Norwood is those face-offs. They're not really even able to win many of them, and it's kind of giving Dover the advantage, allowing Dover to get into the offensive zone, control the ball, kind of slow things down, and be patient like you were saying. And I think Norwood needs to look to that. I mean, they need something somewhere to kind of get things going.
I mean, not that it means everything, but the size advantage between Petrello and the Dover Sherborne players.
I was just about to say.
The face-off is definitely a factor.
Olsen definitely a little bigger than Petrello there.
Yeah, and Dover Sherborne getting possession from these face-offs is making it so much easier for them because they're not having to fight for the ball in the same way.
Dover again, kind of being patient like you were saying. Gonna take it on the outside here. Gonna cut to the middle. And that is another great shot there by number 9, Sachs. And that makes it 10-2 Dover.
And there's only so much Allie Mannering can do when they're that close to her.
Yes, not much she can do.
Norwood staying with Petrello for the face-off.
I think that's Olsen taking it again as well. I mean, you have a senior going against a freshman.
Yes.
So definitely a bit of a difference there. But
As
Norwood,
we say that, Petrello wins it.
Norwood able to get the ball here. Petrello with great speed into the middle. It's going to go to the outside. Norwood again having some offensive pressure. Going to go to Conley on the outside. Conley to Petrello. Petrello to O'Neill. O'Neill's going to kind of slow things down, see what her options are. O'Neill trying to muster up some speed or some space here. Kind of communicating to her teammates.
Looks like she got checked from behind and was wanting a foul there, but none called.
Dover a great clear here. They're going to come in with some speed. Norwood trying to hustle back. This is number 10, Hartnett for Dover. Carrying it in. She has a lot of space. Good save there by Mannering. With 5:18 remaining in the second quarter, Dover is up 10-2, but still time for the Mustangs to come back.
One thing that's definitely interesting to me, and I'll have to watch more if Dover Sherborne's playing to see this, but Norwood's middies aren't always coming all the way back to help on defense. And so they're kind of hanging around the 30 to 40 yard line and making the defense do all the work instead of putting extra bodies back there and giving them the help that they might need right now.
Definitely noticed that the last play there, but Mannering made a good save to keep the score limited. Dover again setting up with patience here on the outside. Going to try to take it to the middle. That's a good save there by Allie Mannering. Mannering's going to give it to Morgan. Morgan's going to try to take her space with some good pressure by Dover. Doesn't have many options. Does a good job of carrying it. However, Sachs is going to get the ball here for Dover. A little miscommunication and a missed pass there by Dover. Conley tries to corral it. That looks like that's going to be a stick violation or a push, not quite sure. Can't really see the ref signal from up here, but it's going to be Norwood's ball. Conley's going to look to Penza. Penza not able to get the pass, but gets the ball back. Kind of chucks it up to no one there.
Yeah, no one was really looking at her for that pass. She did have a runner going forward, but not one who was ready to receive the ball.
Number 16 here for Norwood. Doucette's going to give it over to number 9, Nora Kidd. Nora going to try to settle it. Going to switch some things around behind the net. Try to open up some things for them. Penza's going to carry it behind the net here. Middle not quite open for her, but she's going to take the shot. and she scores. That's going to make it 10-3 for the Mustangs. Definitely some positive things there.
As soon as she got that ball, she knew she was going to take the shot. She was confident wrapping around the net, turning around for the shot.
And it is 10-3 with 3:15 remaining in the second quarter. Definitely a huge goal for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Norwood's really, at least right now, looking to compete, looking to get the score closer, and really not let Dover Sherborne run away with it.
The Trill's going to line up for the face-off again. Looks like she's fixing her stick. Conley's going to attempt to get that ball, but 15 Motley's going to get it for Dover. Coming in with speed. On the left side here. Going to give it behind the net. Dover looking to get it to the middle, but not able to. Dover's going to go in, take a beautiful shot, and that makes it 11-3 Dover. And that was a beautiful move and shot by Hartnett. Number 10 for Dover. Went top left corner on Mannering. Not much she could do again, like you said. When they're out in front, there's not much she's able to do.
Yeah, Dover Sherborne just has chances to drive straight at her. They don't have to move around the net as much when they're going to take a shot. They just have an opening and they go straight at the goalie.
Sacks on the face-off here for Dover. Dover able to get possession again. Coming in with speed. No one really challenging 15, and another great shot there. By number 15, Sophia Motley for Dover.
No one was on her. She just took it all herself. Knew that was going to go in.
You know, Motley's been impressing me this entire game. I think she's had a couple goals here. Comes in the offensive zone with speed. Has some great stick handling. And I'm looking at the roster here, and she's a freshman.
That is impressive. And Dover's team as a whole is exceptionally fast.
Yes.
And that's really what's helping them in the midfield area, that they're just being able to beat the Norwood players and get ahead.
And again, like you said, I feel like not a lot of the Norwood players were back there to help Mannering out again.
Yeah, their middies are really just hanging out in the mid, and they're not coming back to help the defense.
Conley taking it with speed, getting some encouragement from the Norwood fans here. Has space. He's going to give it to O'Neill. O'Neill looking to use her speed to get past. She does. Unable to get the shot off, though. Looks like it's going to be Norwood's ball, though. And O'Neill's here to shoot. She's going to shoot. A good save there by Dover.
Yeah, high shot. She kind of shot it in the middle of the net. I would have expected her to go for a corner, but good attempt.
Morgan doing some good defensive work here. Kind of forcing Dover to keep it on the outside. Dover really working around Norwood. And I think we're kind of going to see the same thing here, but on the other end. And this is going to be number 6, Loose Cow, with a chance to make it 13-3 for Dover. The minute remaining in the second quarter. It's going to look to pass instead of a shot. Kind of a different attempt there. Conley doing some good defensive work here. Good job there, pressuring the ball.
Norwood has another opportunity to end a quarter. As
38 seconds remaining as the time ticks down here.
Yes, Norwood is down 9. Dover Sherborne is up 12-3. Norwood really looking for that one last chance if they can get it.
Look like Quinn Brown here in the middle, trying to get the ball. She has 3 Dover players on her. Loose Cow's going to get the ball, corral it for Dover. It's going to give it on the outside. There to Sachs. It's going to give it to number 10, Hartnett. And that's going to be another goal for Dover to make it 13-3, the end of the second quarter and the first half.
Yeah, definitely not what Norwood was looking for right there. They had the ball. They were looking to be able to get a shot, and they had a turnover, and Dover Sherborne capitalized on it.
100%. I mean, if you're Norwood, you're kind of looking to slow things down, maybe get something to motivate you to have better second half. I mean, there's definitely no reason they can't score. We've seen them score 2 goals. They've scored 3, but we were only able to see 2. So I kind of just think need to take a break, kind of talk over some things, and hopefully come out in the second half looking a little stronger.
For sure. I think the biggest thing Norwood needs to talk about in this halftime is their possessions. They just need to get possessions.
100%.
Once they have the possessions, they're fine. But Dover Sherborne, I haven't been keeping track of who's won all the draws, but I would say Dover Sherborne's been winning.
They've definitely
of them.
dominated the face-offs there.
And yeah, that's really just been the advantage in this game. Yes, Dover Sherborne's faster. Yes, they might make better passes. But if Norwood can win more face-offs, this is a different game.
100%. And we're going to take a little break here with 4:30 left in the break between the halves, and we'll be back.
My name is Casey Collins, and I'm a senior captain on the girls lacrosse team.
Hi, my name is Regan Pritchard. I'm a senior captain in the Norwood Girls Lacrosse team.
Hi, I'm Kate Donovan, and I'm a senior captain of the Norwood Girls Lacrosse team.
One thing I'm looking forward to this summer is going to Aruba with my friends.
One thing I'm looking forward to this summer is Aruba with my friends.
One thing I'm looking forward to this summer is going to Aruba with my friends.
My favorite TV show is Gossip Girl.
My favorite movie is Almost Famous.
My favorite movie is one I watched recently, Project Hail Mary.
My favorite class is Anatomy with Miss Doyle.
My favorite class is Engineering with Dr. Crowley.
My favorite teacher is Mrs. Blake.
Welcome back for the second half of the girls lacrosse matchup against your Norwood Mustangs and the Dover Sherborne Raiders. I'll get it right this time.
Second time's a charm there.
For real, starting the second half, the score is Dover Sherborne 13, Norwood 3, so definitely a big deficit. But Norwood's going to look to control the ball more and get more chances to score in this second half.
Patrell's still on that face-off here for Norwood. Dover able to corral it. Motley, number 15, is going to carry it for Dover into the middle. Looks to go to Olsen. Over to Sachs here on the right side. Back to Motley. Hartnett's going to control it. He's going to give it over to Sachs. Sachs gives it to Loose Cow. Going to carry it out in front and then back around behind the net. Motley tried to cut to the middle, but good defense there by Penza. A little miss pass here for Dover. Petrillo trying to fight for it. Excuse me, that was number 16, Madison Doucette there. Dover again slowing it down, taking their time, kind of looking for an opening. Motley behind the net here, going to take control. Going to give it to number 9, Hartnett. Hartnett back to Motley. Motley has some space here to take it in front. She's going to give the pass instead. Shot by number 19, Williams, is going to be wide. Motley has possession of the ball again, gives it to Williams. And a great save there by Allie Mannering. Norwood trying to gain possession in front of their own net.
Allie definitely lost the ball for a second there.
She was in her feet there.
She wasn't sure what was going on, and Dover has had almost 2 minutes of possession so far in this quarter.
Spalding looked to shoot there. Not quite sure if the ref threw a flag there. I couldn't really see.
I don't think so.
Dover with possession again. Up to number 3, Olsen on top. Olsen and Spalding. Spalding to Williams. Williams to Motley. Motley looks to cut in the middle. Tries to get a shot off, but some good, strong defense here by Norwood. Nice one-hand catch there by Loose Cow. Gonna give it to number 9, Sachs. Sachs looks to the middle. And another good save there by Allie Mannering, but a little miscue there. And Motley's going to get the goal off of a mistake here by Mannering.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight she's lost the ball and hasn't been able to retrieve it, and it's really gone the opposite way for her. Definitely both have gone in the net and are not the result she wants, so she's going to have to work to clean up her passes, or clean up her saves, I should say, and not let there be any loose balls.
And definitely not the typical play from Mannering. She's a very strong goalie for Norwood, and she's done a lot to keep Norwood in games and win them games, and so maybe just a couple mistakes here, but hopefully she can kind of get back into the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, and I feel like these mistakes are definitely a product of her trying to do too much too fast. She really
100%.
wants her team to get that ball, to be able to move it up the field, because they haven't had that many offensive possessions, as we've been saying. And so I think she's trying to scoop it up and pass it quicker than her body is allowing her to.
She's also not getting much help out front, so she's doing a lot of things at once, and it is 14-3 Dover with 8:30 remaining in the third quarter. Petrillo going to take the face off again. Looked like there was a violation there. Ref sets the ball on their sticks. Thought Petrillo had it, but Olsen's going to come away with it. Going to have some space here. He's going to pass on the outside to number 16, Morrill. Dover having some good ball movement here. Kind of sending Norwood scrambling. Hartnett's going to control it for Dover on the outside. It's going to go to number 3, Olsen.
I'm not sure why Norwood has made this decision, but they're really content allowing Dover Sherborne to have space around the perimeter. They're not playing right up on them until they get inside that circle, and they're really not trying to force turnovers when they're just passing around the outside.
Hartnett has control again here on the outside. It's going to give it to Olsen. Olsen going to try to take it to the middle. Has some space here. He's going to attempt a shot. Allie Mannering not sure where the ball is, but she's able to corral this one. And is going to look to her teammates to kind of give her an outlet for a pass here. You can see her kind of calling to her teammates, not having many white shirts open. Dover doing some good man-on-man coverage. Mannering had to make a pass over there to Quinn Brown. Likely not the pass that she wanted to make, but she had number 6, Loose Cow, pressuring her from Dover.
Yeah, and that's exactly the issue we saw earlier in the first half, where Mannering really just doesn't have options when she makes a save. Her defenders are so heavily guarded by their attackers that they're just not able to make a clean pass.
Morrill on the outside. He's going to give it to Loose Cow. Not able to get the shot off. He's going to give it back to Morrill. Morrill tries to take it to the middle. Some good defense here by Norwood. Kind of keeping Dover to the outside. It's going to be over on the right side with number 10, Hartnett. Hartnett's going to give it back to Williams. Williams going to take her space, tries to get a shot off. Good save by Mannering. Norwood's going to try to kind of spread out here, get some space, hopefully some offense going. Mannering once again looking for a teammate, and again, not having many options.
I think her strategy is to send it up the field, but when she makes those really long passes, it gives Dover Sherborne the opportunity to jump in front of Norwood players and steal the ball. And that's exactly what has been happening.
And like we were talking a bit before about the size disadvantage for Norwood on the face-off here, if you kind of look on the field, you see that they have a disadvantage in general. Dover kind of looks a little bigger than Norwood, and when you lob those passes up, it's hard, if you're smaller, to kind of be competing for those, and that's definitely kind of hurting Norwood.
Yeah, for sure. Norwood overall as a team is not very tall, as you just said.
That's going to be a miss shot there by Dover, but Dover wins the race there and gets control of the ball again. Sachs is going to have it on the outside, tries to cut to the middle, shoots. And a great save by Mannering there, not quite sure if it caught the post. Norwood was battling for the ball there. Not quite sure what the ref is calling. I think it's going to be Dover's ball, and it is. Loose Cow's going to start it up for the Raiders again. He's going to give it to Spalding. who looks to give it to Lynch. Morrell's going to carry it around, has some open space.
We haven't seen much of Norwood's passing today, but Dover Sherborne's passing as a team is so clean.
And like you just said, beautiful passing leads to another goal for the Raiders. And it is 15-3 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about their passing, because definitely they come into the zone and they are just controlling the ball on the outside, and then their players are making some great cuts and they're really getting it to the middle.
Yeah, it's very clear to see their chemistry as a team. They know where each other are. They know exactly how much strength and what touch to put on their passes. And that's something that Norwood definitely is still working on as a team. Their passes aren't quite as crisp. They have to sometimes fight for those ground balls if they miss receiving it. And that's just something we haven't seen from Dover Sherborne, which is why it lends itself to the fact that they only have 2 losses on this season and are such a strong team. So we really shouldn't be expecting much less from them.
100%. Conley able to corral it for the Mustangs with speed on the outside. Does a great job here, kind of keeping the ball for Norwood, trying to get some things set up. A missed pass there as she attempted to pass it over. Norwood tries to fight for the ground ball, but Dover able to corral it.
And that's exactly what we've been talking about. I don't think Conley was even trying to pass the ball there. She just fell out of her stick as she was cradling, and
some good pressure by Dover.
Great pressure by Dover, and those are the mistakes that they're going to capitalize on.
Norwood's going to get the ball here. It's going to go to Penza. Penza's going to go to Brown. Brown not having much space. Another mishandle by Brown. Sophie will try to get the ball, but it goes out of bounds and will be Dover's ball.
Honestly, Dover's attack and their offense is just as good of a defender as their defense is. When Norwood has the ball in their defense trying to push it up the field, their attack is swarming each Norwood girl. You can see 3 on a player a lot of the time, and that's why they're not able to get those passes up into the middies and then to their offensive zone.
Number 2, Kramer is going to take it for Dover. Ferry's going to take it. Has control on the outside. It's going to give it to Hartnett. Dover making some cuts, trying to give Hartnett some options. Hartnett attempts to go to the middle, but some good defense there by Allie O'Neill. Manor going to take her time, hoping to not have to make one of those long passes. Going to try to give it over to number 22, Maddie Sopel. Sopel struggling to get control of the ball. Dover's going to take over. Schneider on the right side here. Going down. Some good Mustangs defense though. Schneider going to resume play. Going to go behind the net to Motley. Motley's going to give it to Pilouette. Hartnett up top to Abrams. Abrams tries to make a move, gives it back to Hartnett. Hartnett fakes the shot, takes it to the middle.
Looks like she got hit in the face.
Yeah, I'm not sure if O'Neill missed her stick and instead hit her face, but O'Neill's going to run off here. It looks like it's going to be a penalty against Norwood. With under 37 seconds left in this third quarter, time is ticking down. It is 15-3 Dover.
Definitely not something Norwood wanted to have happen. Did not look like it was intentional at all from O'Neill, but nevertheless, it is a foul, and she's going to be penalized for it.
And a beautiful shot there by Hartnett, which makes it 16-3 Dover. With under 10 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and looks like time's probably going to tick down by the time they get to the face-off.
Looks to be that way, and so at the end of the third quarter, 16-3, Dover Sherborne is leading. And I mean, we were talking about how we hope that Norwood would have more possessions and more control of the ball, and Dover Sherborne is just so dominant. They're just a strong team. They're able to control it. And any chance that Norwood has really been taken away by them.
Yeah, and I was doing some research before the game, trying to get us some game notes, and I was looking at similar opponents for Norwood, and Norwood and Dover have played opponents like Medway, Ashland, Halston, Dedham, and Bellingham. And looking at the scores, Dover has definitely had some very strong scores. I mean, against Medway, they won 19-2, whereas Norwood lost 9-7. So I feel like it's games like those. I mean, again, we talked about 163 goals for. I mean, now it's 179 if I did the math correctly. I mean, that is a lot of goals, especially only 11 games into the season.
Yeah, and they're second in the TBL only to Medfield, who is just as dominant, if not more.
Yes.
And those two teams are by far standing out. And actually, a note about Medfield is that next season, they are moving back up to the TBL large. They're currently...
interesting, okay.
Yes, they are currently in the small division. They moved down, I think, 2 years ago. And I'm not quite sure the exact reason why they are moving back up, but they will be in the large starting in the fall again. So they will play all Norwood sports twice a season instead of just once, as it is right now. And
lucky for Norwood.
that will be quite a challenge for us, but yeah. Get to face Medfield twice, and they can be just as dominant in the TBL large as they are in the small.
Definitely two strong teams.
But yes, speaking of Dover Sherborne, they are also 4th in Division 3. And so they will secure, their season keeps going the way it is right now. Very high spot in the MIAA playoffs.
100%. Norwood in a different division. They're in D2. They're sitting right now at 40th, but definitely it's early in the season. Some things will hopefully change. I mean, Norwood's a strong team. It may not be one of their best games today, but looking at their record, they've played tough teams and they've gotten some great wins.
Yes, and if Norwood, I could be wrong about this, but for most other sports, if your record is above 500, you auto-qualify.
Yes.
For the state tournament, and I am
not sure if that's the same for lacrosse.
Not positive, but if it is for most other sports, I would assume it is the same way for lacrosse. So if they can end the season with a record over 500, they will make the state tournament.
And Face-Off's going to get things underway here for the fourth quarter. It's 16-3 Dover. Looks like we have a change on the face-off. Looks like Nora Kidd took it against number 8, Rogers. Nora with some great speed here. Petrillo's going to give it. And a great goal there by number 16, Madison Doucette.
And that's exactly the spark Norwood needed to start this fourth quarter. Just get themselves feeling a little bit back in the game. Give them some more momentum. Hopefully win another face-off. And really just capitalize on those chances.
And it is 16-4 Dover. With 11:24 remaining, they scored just 20 seconds into the quarter. And Kidd here to take the face-off again. Hear the Norwood fans in the background, definitely happy about that goal. Kidd not able to win the face-off there. Number 23, Piolette's going to carry it in with great speed. Takes a shot and she scores!
You could see she just breezed right past those Norwood middies. They weren't able to keep up with her, give her any pressure before she got to the defense. And at that point, her speed was so fast, as you said, with great speed. The Norwood defense wasn't able to step in her way and make an attempt to stop her.
It is 17-4 Dover. And we're trying to slow things down here. Kind of a couple defensemen talking to Mannering. Probably trying to keep her hopes up. She's made a lot of very good saves here in this game. So definitely should not hang her head low. Kidd here for the face-off again against Rogers. Ball is up in the air. O'Neill able to corral it for the Mustangs. Something that they've struggled with. O'Neill's going to give it to Doucette. Doucette tries to shoot, but a great save by the Dover goalie.
Great opportunity there. She had no defender on her. Wide open chance at the net. She shot it a little bit too far into the goalie's legs.
And that was the same play as the goal before for Norwood. So
Yeah.
they've seemed to find something that maybe will work for them.
Yeah, and if a play is going to work, why not run it again?
100%. Schneider here on the outside is going to take it behind the net. Dover controlling things, using space to their advantage. Morrell's going to take it in the middle. Tries to kind of lob it over Mannering. Was going to miss. However, Dover is there, so they win the race, and it'll be their ball again. Schneider gives it to Morrell. Morrell gives it to Piolette. Piolette has space. Good defense there by Penza. But looks like it's going to be a stick infraction. So number 23 for Dover will have the ball.
She is not able to get the shot off and had to pass the ball.
Dover with space here. Gonna try to go to the middle, but some good defense there by O'Neill. Kid trying to pressure the ball, unable to get it. Dover regains possession. Bit of a high pass there to number 22, Natale, and she's unable to corral it. Norwood trying to get it out of danger. Looks like Kid's kind of just going to throw it. Some good speed here by the Mustangs, crossing the halfway point. And Morgan's going to keep running. She has space. Going through 4 Dover players. Some good defense, though, by Dover. Penza to Petrillo. Petrillo to Kidd. Collins cuts to the middle, but Kidd decides not to give it. Goes to Penza instead. Penza takes her space, tries to go to the middle. A low shot, and it is a goal for the Mustangs. That makes it 17-5 Norwood.
That was a great play.
It's a great play.
Penza right there. She saw there was a gap low. Really, she brought her stick all the way down and able to sweep that shot.
A really smart shot because she was set up high, saw that she probably wasn't going to get the ball through, and like you said, a beautiful shot low.
Norwood now only down 17-5. Been able to score 2 goals this quarter.
I mean, although they are down by 12, and obviously Dover has dominated, I mean, you have to be happy as Norwood. You're doing some things that are positive, you're making great plays, some great passes. We've seen some great passing plays that have led to goals. There are definitely some positives to take away from this game.
And Norwood has scored more goals this game than most of the teams that Dover Sherborne plays. Most of the other teams, at least looking at the similar opponents you have written on our sheet, have only scored 1 or 2 goals in the game, and Norwood has 5.
I mean, Dover only has 59 goals against, so Norwood definitely doing a great job here. Norwood on the outside, O'Neill with the ball. O'Neill carries it to the middle, gets through a couple of Dover defensemen. But it looks like it's going to be a violation. Not sure if they hit her on the head, couldn't really tell there.
Not sure if she was trying to weave her way through 3 players.
Still trying to get used to my lacrosse rules.
Yeah, girls lacrosse definitely has a lot of technical rules that you have to know.
O'Neill on the shot, and it is a goal for O'Neill. And that makes it 17-6 Dover, with 5:30 remaining in the 4th quarter.
Still plenty of time left. Norwood will be very happy if they're able to score a few more goals in the rest of this game.
I'm sure O'Neill is happy she had an opportunity like that earlier in the game and wasn't really able to get probably the shot off that she wanted, but there she kind of redeems herself. So we're going to regain possession here. Dover, a little mispass there, and they're unable to corral it. And that means it's Norwood's ball. Number 22 here for Norwood with speed on the outside. A great job here brushing off Dover's offense. Looks like that is Maddie Sopel. I know we talked about her older sister Bridget earlier. Morgan, some good stick handling moves there. Dover knocks it out, but Morgan able to corral it again with 3 Dover players on her. Dover doing some really great pressuring, not really letting the Mustangs get out, but Quinn Brown carries it with some speed. Pass to Conley. Conley goes to Penza. Penza with space up top. Olsen kind of using her stick to guard her here. Penza's going to take her space. Good move to the outside. Tries to get over Olsen's head. Loses the ball. Number 10 for Dover. Hartnett tries to carry it. Loses it. Corrals it again. Olsen going to kind of take things back. Slow things down here for the Raiders. Raiders look to their goalie. Number 1, Cullum. Beautiful passing here by the Raiders, and they are just easily able to get the ball into the offensive zone, and I know we talked about their passing earlier in the game.
Yeah, they saw no chances going up that right side, or the far side for us, I should say. And they were content to switch it back around, use their goalie, and then work it up the other side.
Hartnett tries to use her height and speed, tries to get a shot off. Some good defense by Conley there, not letting her through. Schneider's going to carry it behind the net, slowing things down for the Raiders. Motley to Morrill. Morrill carries it to the middle. Gives it back to Hartnett. Conley doing a good job applying some pressure. Hartnett able to get around, tries to sneak it in. But a good job by the Norwood defense not to allow her to get a great shot off. And that's a good save by Mannering. Mannering looks to have options. Again, struggle for Norwood, not really giving Mannering an option. You can see her calling to her teammates.
Looks like she had a flash from Kidd, but I don't think she saw her and was able to deliver that pass.
The pass went to Morgan, but Morgan had some pressure on her, so Dover has the ball here, and Morgan trying to get the ball back. Hartnett with the ball. Hartnett looks to Lynch. Lynch tries to take it into the middle. As Nora kind of hiccups the ball there. Good save there by Mannering to regain control for the Mustangs. The minute and 40 seconds left in this game. Kidd able to gain possession of the ball. Is going to carry it with speed. Looks to get over the halfway point, but doesn't really have many options open. He's going to carry it to the far right side. A lot of Dover players on her, not much she can do. Nora's going to give it back to Morgan. Morgan looks to settle. Tries to get it over to number 16, Madison Doucette. But not a great pass there, so Doucette's not able to handle it. Number 6, Luce Cow's going to carry it in for Dover with speed. Dover's going to have the ball here. Morrill looks to get it to the middle. He's going to give it to Abrams. Abrams has speed, tries to take it to the middle. She shoots, and she scores! It is 18-6 Raiders.
And I was about to say that Dover was going to be content to slow the game down for the end, because there's under a minute left, and then they took it straight to the net and scored. So definitely not the case. There'll only be under 30 seconds left of this face-off. So we're saying 18-6 Dover.
Okay, to take the face-off for Norwood. The ball goes up in the air. O'Neill racing to get possession, and she does. With 17 seconds remaining in this game. She has the speed, but not the space. Slows things down. Doesn't have much time left to get a shot off. Definitely looks like she wants to. 5 seconds remaining. Tries to get a shot, and a beautiful goal there by Allie O'Neill to end the game.
Just like the end of the first half, a great way to end the game with the goal. Final score is 18-7 Dover Sherborne. And obviously, as we saw for the whole game, it was dominated by Dover Sherborne. But when Norwood had a chance, they were able to capitalize on it for most of the time. And we just want to remind you that our podcast is available on YouTube at Her Game, Her Voice Podcast. Thank you for tuning in live to NCM. Make sure to follow us on Instagram as well. And you can watch all of our episodes Mondays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on the NCM School and Sports channel. Well, for NCM and Her Game, Her Voice, I'm Sophie Brogadier.
And I'm Isla Wilson. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night.